Honestly, I was half expecting for your character to run into mine and we continue that way.
I thought we almost had the tiefling for a minute misery until
Yeah.
the whole person failed.
Yeah, that was
So
disappointing.
eventually, far away in a land called Barovia,
My roll 20 is super glitching out, but it looks normal on the stream.
huh? Do you need a refresh?
Uh, it seems fine now.
Okay.
Fine-ish.
Katrina,
Yes.
you are running down a road. You can't see, but eventually you can see as the mist thins a little bit. It's still everywhere, but you can see the trees again.
I'm gonna pause for a bit and just catch my breath.
You don't recognize where you are.
Gonna look back where I came from and sort of up near the top of the tree line, see if I can recognize uh, the castle I'm from just far off in the distance. Because I'm pretty sure it's a pretty big landmark. Uh,
The mist is still a bit too thick to see past.
Great, so lost in the woods. Fun. I'm I'm gonna take a moment to just try and look around and see if anything is following me, be it
Roll
my suitor
perception.
from before or any of the wondrous and lovely animals of the forest. That is a 15.
You hear it before you see it. Sounds like running footsteps.
From where?
From the woods.
Any particular direction or?
Yeah, the
Um,
upwoods or the downwoods.
the downwoods.
Okay. I'm gonna just hop over to this tree and like try to hide myself behind it. I'm probably not gonna do a very good job.
All right. You see a man. Who is full on sprinting. And Marcus, you can see your surroundings now.
This road wasn't here before.
It wasn't.
I slow down to look around and get my bearings. I wonder if perhaps I got turned around in the fog somehow.
Marcus, roll perception.
There you go.
You see someone attempting to hide behind the tree. Could it be the person you were hunting? Well, former person?
A glint of red hair.
Yeah, you see a glint of red hair.
I will charge them.
As I see them sort of coming towards me, I'm going to cast Mage Armor on myself and just scream, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa! What are you? What?"
As soon as I realize it's not who I think it is, I stop.
Who are you?
Who are you?
Katrina. Gonna just take a look around the both ends of this misty path. I take it you're lost as well?
So it would seem. I'm Marcus.
I will hold out my hand for a handshake and say, "Touched to meet you, Marcus. Although I wish it were under better circumstances."
Agreed.
I would like both of you to roll perception. Oh wow.
10 buddies.
Hey.
So as both of you are sort of focused on one another and trying to figure out your current predicament, each of you feels someone collide into you.
Slammed into the tree. What the heck? Could you watch where you're going?
Gesh and Camus, very slowly the mist begins to, as you're chasing misery, the mist begins to thin enough so that you can see.
Just in time to
only
see
for you
someone.
Yeah, only for you to see someone right in your path.
This is gonna hurt you more than it hurts me. So I just will make very little effort to stop.
I just grunt. Like, ugh.
Yeah, if
I'm
possible,
probably
I
like
try
knocked to the
to.
ground.
I'll try to mitigate the damage if I have the reaction time to do so.
Where is she? Where did that horned bitch go?
What?
A tiefling.
Hold on. What?
Did you see a tiefling come by here?
No, no.
Someone holding this dark radiating skull?
I guarantee I have no idea what you're talking about.
God damn it.
We were so close.
Well, now that that's all settled, Katrina will sort of stand up from where she was knocked to the ground and sort of wipe some of the dust off of her dress.
Sorry. Didn't see.
It's fine.
As my adrenaline fades, I will reach down to Marcus and offer him a hand
I will accept it.
to, help you stand up.
I figured that's what you meant.
Gonna see if I can find any sort of signs that someone besides the four of us has been through here. Would that be perception? Investigation?
Either one.
Okay.
Are you supposed to have the D4?
The guidance? No.
Yeah.
I don't know why
Okay.
I slapped that on.
Okay, so 11. You don't see much of anything. You see a
Okay.
few tracks of footprints, but you can sort of just assume that those are these two people that you've just met.
Okay. So basically I can conclude that we ended up going the incorrect way and continuing to hunt misery from here is sort of a lost cause.
Roll. Make a Make a nature check. You notice you're not in a swamp anymore, but a forest.
How
What the
long were we
fuck?
running?
Not
I muse. Out
well.
loud.
You swear it was only for, a minute or so.
I peer back the way we came as though by squinting I can somehow imagine the swampy area that direction.
All right.
But I'm assuming I see nothing.
I mean, you just see trees. It's dark and foggy, and there's lots of trees. You don't see past a certain point.
Well, he's the druid. You're the one who would know if swamps can just turn into forests.
I mean, it's
Wait, you're saying there's a swamp back that way?
there was.
I just
No, there
came
definitely
from that
is.
direction. I just came from that direction, and there's no swamp.
There's definitely a swamp.
A forest, a hillside castle, a lake, but no swamp.
There wasn't a swamp on a map for miles where I was.
I mean, swamps can turn into forests, but that shouldn't have happened. I've been in this area for quite some time, and, well, I guess not this area specifically, because it's not a damn swamp.
Something is very wrong here.
On
Yeah,
that, I
Camus,
believe we're
Well,
agreed.
glad you figured
you've
that
never
one out.
seen this
Yay,
forest.
everyone talking at the same time.
Sorry.
That's fine. Something Kina has never seen this forest before.
Yeah. Yeah, Camus, you know something's very wrong. Because, you know the area as a druid. And this shouldn't be here. You don't necessarily know about, the locations that, these other people are talking about. But you're like, no, we ran in this direction, and in this direction there isn't a forest.
Well, we've got to be somewhere. We can't just be nowhere.
And I don't think we'll figure out where we are by just standing around in the same spot.
Oh, we can agree on that. This is a road. Roads lead somewhere.
One would think.
Bit of an idea as any.
We'll sort of step a bit ahead of the party and sort of turn around to walk backwards for a bit and just smile. I'm Katrina, by the way. Since you so rudely ran into both of us, figured we'd make introductions.
Camus, servant of the Servant Circle.
Gesh. I'm a soldier.
Well, I've already previously introduced myself to Katrina, but I guess I'll just turn to the other two and just say, Marcus. And then I take another swig of alcohol. As I guess we continue on.
Yeah.
Oi, girl, you sure you should be walking in front?
I didn't see any of you walking.
I'll hustle. I'll grunt and hustle to the front of the party.
Eventually, you see, sitting in a tree, a raven. It just stares at you all.
I stare
Winston
back.
Raven.
Caw!
Is it looking for its loft?
No, it's looking at you.
It seems important somehow. I mean, obviously.
Just a bird.
I briefly
Admittedly, a rather
glance at
strange
it
one.
and
The bird.
then continue on with everyone else.
It looks at Katrina and then caws at you. It lets out 2 caws and then flies away.
Just gonna watch it fly away, shrug for a bit, and continue walking in the middle of the group.
Alright. I would like everyone to roll perception.
Jeez.
Gesh, you feel on edge.
I was paying very close attention to
Yeah.
the raven because the idea of a raven is important to me.
God damn.
You see Marcus don't see. But Gesh see.
Marcus
And
too busy drinking.
Gesh and Katrina both see eyes in the bushes.
This is not ideal.
Wolves. I don't say it because I don't fucking see them.
There were not this many creatures in the woods where I came from.
Oh boy, that's a lot of wolves. And I don't have any spell slots. Yay!
Well then.
They growl. And Marcus, even you are
Aware of their presence now.
yeah.
I draw my blade. And then roll for initiative.
Yes, roll initiative.
Guess I'll stick that up there.
Have all the wolves go at once.
That's extremely rude. But at least they're all slower than us, so maybe it's fine.
Yeah. Marcus, despite being, stone cold drunk blind, you have first initiative.
Let's see. I'm gonna... I don't know if it's necessary, but I'm gonna mark, let's say this one,
Alright.
with Slayer's Prey as a bonus action.
It's a good icon for that.
Which will make it take an extra 1d6 from the weapon.
How's that?
With a weapon attack. The first time I hit them with a weapon attack, they... Around, I think. Yeah.
Alright, is that the whole of your turn?
No, that's a bonus action. Then I'm gonna go here and stab it. I'm assuming that will hit.
23. Oh yeah.
Stab it, and then it takes an extra 1d6. So 10 piercing damage.
It is very, very hurt. It lets out a yelp and a whine, and then a growl, and then Camus, you're up.
I'm gonna help out Marcus there. I'll move over here. I will use my cantrip as a bonus action. My cantrip Magic Stone.
Imagine if I didn't roll a 1 on that.
Basically, I'm gonna turn 3 pebbles into magical pebbles that can be thrown by anyone as a ranged spell attack. And I'm going to throw it, one of the 3, at this wolf.
All right. You eat a rock at it.
Let's see if...
Yep, that's enough to take it out. Katrina.
Those of you who are paying attention will notice Katrina sort of like reach out her hand and draw in sort of the surrounding shadows, which form into a psychic blade of sorts.
Oops, I missed another feature that one. Whatever.
And she is going to go ahead and throw that at the nearest wolf as an attack. I don't actually have an attack set up for this right now, so I'm just going to roll.
That's fine.
20 plus.
What was it, Dex?
Yeah.
Or does Shadow Blade
That's
take?
the hit. It's a finesse, light, and thrown weapon. So. Dex.
You throw it over the wolf.
All right. So,
yeah.
sword's gone, but it'll pop back into my hand in relatively short order. And I'm just gonna, like, back up and, like, back to back with these people, because I don't like wolves, and I'd rather not get eaten.
Alright. Gesh, you're up.
For my
that's what
action, I will channel divinity. These four must make a wisdom save or become frightened.
Alright. Wisdom save 1, 2, and 3. What's your DC?
Is it my spell DC?
Yeah.
14.
They're all frightened.
Nice.
Cool.
What's a good icon for that?
Oh, no wonder. Okay.
Then I will...
A little screaming guy.
I still have my movement, so I will approach this wolf.
Alright. Well, this wolf is gonna bite you. You sort of just walk up to it, so it's like chomp.
Well, with disadvantage.
With disadvantage. With disadvantage, it bites your armor.
Cool.
This wolf back here.
This one is also frightened of me.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah, I was within 30 feet.
Then it is going to bite you and then fuck off. With its, speed of 40. Yeah, so it just sort of nips at your armor and then runs away, and you can get an opportunity attack if you wish. That will hit. You sort of graze it. And then the rest of the wolves. Well, this wolf is gonna charge at you because it is not frightened, and rolls terribly to hit. It doesn't even connect with your armor. It sort of just barks at you. The wolf back here is gonna run at Marcus. And that is a 21 to hit. So you take 6 damage.
Were we supposed to not be able to see these?
No, you're not supposed to.
Alright.
You'll see some, you won't see some. And then give me a DC 11 strength save. You don't quite make it as you are sort of knocked over by this wolf pouncing at you, and you are prone.
Well, that's no good.
The other 3 frightened wolves.
Cannot willingly approach this direction.
Yeah, they don't want to approach. Is there a save on that every turn?
At the end of the turn.
Okay, yeah. Then they're going to try and make it. 1, 2, 3. None of them make it. They're all still frightened, so they all sort of just start slowly circling around, eyeing the lot of you. Marcus, you're up.
One second.
Oh, I suppose the one down here should also make a save.
So what happens if I try to get up? Can it attack me? I don't remember attack of opportunity rules between systems sometimes.
That sounds like a thing.
Alternatively, are you able to attack
Pretty
while
sure-
prone?
I'm pretty sure it's only when you leave an enemy's threat range. Getting up shouldn't provoke it.
Yeah.
If you do attack while prone, you would have disadvantage.
The wolf that you hit, Gesh, is no longer afraid.
Okay.
It like runs away from you and it's like, wait a minute, that guy hit me. I don't like him. I'm gonna go back and fuck him up.
Well, if there's no consequence, then I'll stand up.
That's how wolves think. Trust me.
Sure. Yeah, okay, then I guess I'll stand up. And make it my new prey. Since it's in my face. And then I'll whack it with my sword. Oof. It's a 9
that
hit.
does not hit. Nope.
Should I shut those?
Camist.
Mm-hmm.
Feels like it's starting to cool off a little.
I am going to move myself so that the people who are bigger stacks of hit points are facing the wolves. And then, as an action, I will throw the second of my magic stones at this wolf that's attacking
Alright.
Gesh.
Roll to hit. That just hits its feet. Like, just the ground at its feet.
Alas. Then I'll use a bonus action to healing word Gesh. Because it looks
Nice.
like he's kind of low.
Alright. Katrina.
I'm going to sort of run over to the side of where Marcus is engaged with this wolf, summon the Sword of Shadows once more, and take another haphazard swing at the dog.
Alright. That will hit for 6 psychic damage.
You got this?
Yeah, that definitely hurts it.
I'm going to sort of say to Marcus, you got this?
I've got it.
Okay.
Uh,
That is my entire turn,
Yeah.
and I'm not going to risk going outside. I'm not going to risk
Gesh,
leaving.
you're up.
I'm going to hit this wolf in front of me. No.
No, you're not. Anything else?
We're not having the best luck here.
Yeah, but neither are the wolves.
I mean, we got one good kill, but
Curse of
No,
luck.
I don't have anything else that I can do with
Alright.
my bonus action.
Then the wolf that is chewing on you, or that is trying to chew on you, is going to keep trying to chew on you. Chewing on your armor instead. The one that ran away from you is now going to run back at you. Let's see, pack tactics.
oh
At
no.
least one of the wolf's allies is within 5 feet. And not incapacitated. Okay, so it gets advantage. And with advantage, it hits. Dealing 7 piercing damage. Marcus, you've got an angry doggo coming at you. But a 10 does not make your AC.
No, it doesn't.
Then the 3 frightened doggos. 2 of them break their fear.
That means they can approach the next turn. I say we hurry and kill these rolls down
Yeah.
here before we're
Marcus,
totally
working on it.
overrun.
Working on it.
Give me 1 second. Okay. I'm gonna keep attacking this wolf. Well, okay, the prey happens once every turn, so that's good. Assuming I hit. I don't.
7 does not hit, unfortunately. Camus.
I will chuck the last of the magic stones that I created at, yeah, I'll keep throwing it at this wolf.
Alright.
I don't remember if it got damaged.
That is not quite enough to hit, unfortunately.
Oh my god. And then I will toss another level 1 healing word at,
At Gesh.
yeah.
Alright, Katrina.
I'm gonna continue helping to
Is that
hit the
healing at
doggy
me
over here.
again?
Yes. Yep.
Okay, I went to get a drink.
Gonna
Alright,
take
roll
another
a hit.
swipe at the dog. Oh shit.
That does it. How do you want to do this?
So the blade of shadow, is just going to like slice right through the dog's neck. And at first nothing seems to happen, but then like this sort of almost full anime split happens at its neck and it just like spurts of blood and falls to the ground,
Samurai
kind of
kill.
decapitated. Yeah.
All right.
I've never done that before. Okay, I'm just gonna back up. Hyperventilating a bit. Going over to where Amos
yes.
is.
Okay, I'm gonna try to hit this wolf.
All right. That is definitely a hit. You just give it a good bonk. It's like, ow, I've been bonked. And now 2 wolves are gonna try and chew on you. The
Don't go to
first
puppy jail.
will hit for 7 damage. The second will hit for 9 damage.
Well, goodbye.
Why roll 20?
These 2 wolves up here can really only get to Marcus. So Marcus,
Joy.
a 17 is enough to hit you. Yes.
Yeah, I've AC 14, so.
So 5 damage, and then this one also can only reach you. So the second one does not hit you, even with advantage. You do need to make another strength save. You're knocked prone again.
Leave me alone.
And then the other wolf is still afraid. It's just seeing its pack start to do damage. It's like, yeah, they've got this. I don't need to go in.
They're tearing us apart.
Marcus.
We're in danger.
Oh, well, at least I don't have penalties for standing up, apparently.
Yeah, it just costs half your movement, but
I'm not going anywhere.
yeah.
I'm gonna target the one that hit me, so the one on the left here.
Alright.
Mark it as my prey. And then hope I can freaking hit for once. It's an 11 hit.
Nope.
Are you kidding me?
No, they've got a 13 AC. Camus.
Oh wait, I've got this spell too. I don't know if this will help.
If I were to go... No. I could go there and do an AoE, but that would hit Gesh and would cause you to automatically fail a death saving throw.
I'm okay, do it.
Okay.
I don't care.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm going to go here and use my first level spell, Earth Tremor. There it is.
Earth Tremor.
So everything needs to make a Dex saving throw. On a failed save, they take a D6 bludgeoning and are knocked prone. And if it's loose earth or stone, it becomes difficult terrain.
Okay. So these 3 wolves all have to make the save?
Correct.
That is correct.
Okay. Dex
Motherfucker.
save.
If it hits, it's 1 damage.
Well, none of them make it.
They all take 1 damage, which I guess is more than nothing.
And Gesh, you do not need, or you automatically make death saves, right?
No, I just can't die.
Okay.
Or if I do die, I will come back to life.
Right. So that is a death save though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That is a failed death save.
Yes.
So do mark that.
Yeah.
Katrina.
Okay. I'm going to sort of point my hand at the southernmost wolf of this pack and use the energies of the weave to quicken my spell and sort of stab it in the mind.
You stab it in the mind. Int save?
Yes.
Well, it fails that abysmally. And you stab it in the mind.
And then, since that was quickened to a bonus action, I am also going to throw my sword at it.
It's already down, but
I'll throw my sword at a different dog, the one straight up.
11 is enough to just take that out entirely. Gash. You need to roll a death save.
Oh, one away
Oh,
from
boy.
instantly dying.
The wolves.
I'm right.
This one's gonna stand up and sort of limp the... It's missing half its movement from standing up, and then it's difficult terrain. But it has just enough movement to make the one space over to you.
Mm-hmm.
And it will try to bite you. Does a 10 meet your AC? No.
And no.
Marcus, you've got a 12 coming at you.
That does not
Also
hit me.
not enough. Is Fear Doggo? Fear Doggo is still Fear Doggo.
You
The
stay
source
over
of
there.
its fear is... Wait, who's the source of its fear? Is it the downed person or somebody
Yes.
who's still up and fighting? Alright.
Well,
It is currently afraid of a corpse, is all
It's
I'm
very
saying.
confused. Or they're used to being afraid of corpses. You're not sure.
Or it's afraid of the collective party or something.
Something.
I mean, it was a channel divinity power, so it's like the power of the Raven Queen that it's actually afraid of.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Marcus, you're up.
I guess I'll switch my prey to this one. Because the other one died instantly. And then, I freaking miss again.
Camus.
I've had the worst luck this
Cantrip to magicalize 3 more stones, and I'm gonna lob a stone at the wolf right in front of me.
Alright.
If anyone has
Um,
literally any healing or spare dying, I kinda
That's what
don't know.
That is what I'm trying to do. If this hits, I'm going to pump in my last of the Harvest Scythe D10s.
That hits.
Okay. Harvest Scythe D10.
or whopping 1 damage.
9 damage.
That is just enough to take
Kill
it
it?
out. Yeah.
Alright. Gonna throw 2, because the Harvest Scythe D10 attack killed the wolf, I can throw 2 HP at someone within 30 feet of me. So
Yes.
you get 2 HP.
I forget, if you get healed when you're down, do you get up or?
Yeah, just you get up.
Healing
You
starts
wake
from
up, you don't
0.
stand up. You're still prone.
Yeah.
hmm
Katrina.
Seeing these wolves somehow all miraculously dealt with, I'm gonna step around a bit to have a better line of sight on this wolf over here.
All right.
Bonus action, recover my sword. Action, throw my sword.
Magic sword D8. That does not hit. This wolf
shit.
sees enough damage to take it out. It's like, oh man, I'm gonna bite it, and then it misses. This wolf's life just flashed before
Which
its eyes.
wolf?
This one.
But how's it attacking from there?
It's not. It's just.
You said it missed, therefore it had to have attacked.
No, my
No.
attack missed against
Yeah.
the
Oh,
wolf.
oh.
It's like
Sorry,
dark blade
I
of
misinterpreted
pure
that.
shadow.
Okay.
like passed right by
Yeah,
it, like
right, it's
trimming
not
a
even
few
his
hairs
turn,
off its
yeah.
fur.
Sorry
Yeah.
about that.
Gesh.
Don't worry, I'll kill it. If I hit it.
Difficult terrain takes twice my movement, right?
Yeah.
Correct. And standing up also takes half your movement.
Okay, so I can move 7.5 feet. So round down probably.
Yes.
Is standing up an action?
No, it's
It
just
just-
movement.
It just costs half your movement.
Okay, I will start pursuing. I will dash as my action, so that means I have half. Well, I have 45, and it'll take me 10 to get here, or no, 20.
Yeah, 20.
So 20 to get here. Then I have 25 left, so I'll start coming around this direction.
Alright. The last wolves will try to bite Marcus. That is a 14 to hit.
If it meets, it hits, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that
You
hits him.
take 6 damage. Strength save or be prone. And the
Well, I
other
may
wolf,
not be hitting, but at least I'm absorbing a lot of damage for you.
The other wolf is just not getting over this fear.
11 on strength.
It just sees Gesh get back up, and it's just like it just whines.
What was the
Please
save
tell me it
on?
just
What
runs
was,
back
what was
into
the
the
save
woods.
on the strength save?
11.
So I make it.
Yeah.
Cool.
You're like, Wolf, stop knocking me over. God.
You get knocked down, but you get
And
up
also
again.
stop being missed.
They're never going to keep you down.
I use my bonus action. I think this is a bonus action. Yeah. To cast hundreds. Whoops, that didn't display properly. I used Hunter's Mark on it. I'll fix this for next. It's basically...
Show spell description.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. I wanted to just roll whatever. But yeah.
So this is a bonus action.
Yeah. So my next...
Good place.
So now after I
Sorry,
do that,
go
I'm gonna hit it. And if I hit it, my attack will have an extra 1d6 from this and an extra 1d6 from my feet.
Alright.
And if I miss, well, a failure. Where is it? Okay. Hooray! I did nothing. Okay, let me fix my spell here.
Camus.
I am
Output
going to
spell card, not attack. Okay.
back up to here and chuck one of my magic stones at this wolf.
That will hit. 6 bludgeoning damage.
Yep.
Katrina.
Alright, I'm going to not put myself in melee, but basically do the same thing I did last time. Eat my sword.
That is exactly enough to take it out.
Nice.
Just gonna stare menacingly at the last dog.
Gesh.
I'm going to start pursuing this last wolf. I'm going to cheese a little and dash, but stay just out of attack range.
Hmm. Well, the wolf is still very much afraid of you, and as you menacingly, menacingly advance, it's just like, no, I'm out.
Be gone, wolf.
It barks once at you, and then it's just yeah. It bolts.
Yeah, that's right. Get out of here.
Wait, when did this one die?
I killed it.
Yeah,
Oh.
I just marked it.
Trina's gonna step up to one of the corpses of the wolves and sort of kneel down and just be like, I've never done something like this before. Is this hunting? Is this what hunting feels like?
Yes, this is exactly what hunting feels like.
It's what being
I
hunted
don't like
feels
it.
like.
Why am I breathing so hard?
Welcome to my world.
Oh gods.
They're just dumb animals.
They are dead, right? Sort of summon my shadow sword and poke one of the corpses.
Yeah,
I
it's
know
very
that they're
dead.
not undead, correct?
Yes.
Is everyone okay?
Although
Yes, it looks like you've seen
never
better
seen an
days.
undead wolf, but
I've been worse.
I coincidentally have also been worse.
Trina looks at you and finds that very hard to believe.
I raise an eyebrow at you.
Right. Well, if it's all the same to the lot of you, I'd rather not stay in this forest any longer than I need to. And I'm going to quickly continue walking down the path.
all right. Up ahead, you see a sign.
Oh, I need to mark one of my spell slots gone.
And as you approach to the point where you can actually read the sign, you see written on it, it says, Village of Borovia, 1 mile.
There's apparently a town up this way.
Wait, what did it say on mile?
Village of Borovia,
Alright.
1 mile.
I've never heard of a Barovia.
Roll history. No, you've never heard of a Barovia.
If no one argues, I'm going to continue walking
That
in the
is
direction of
odd.
town.
Actually, I guess just in the interest of trying to pinpoint on like a continental map where we are, do I know what Barovia is?
Roll history.
I'm not even going to try. I don't have good stats in that skill.
You also have not heard of Barovia.
Okay. It's a minor village as far as I'm concerned. Somewhere on the continent.
Okay. So you head you follow the road to town.
believe so.
Yeah.
Anything to get out of this dang forest.
All right.
I could
Uh,
use a drink.
true to the sign's word, 1 mile ahead, you come to the village of Barovia.
From which
Um,
direction?
From the top.
So like
The road
this way?
the road sort of comes in from the east and then sort of banks down. And you come in from like here.
Interesting.
And I have a description here. Tall shapes loom out of the dense fog that surrounds everything. The muddy ground underfoot gives way to slick, wet cobblestones. The tall shapes become recognizable as village dwellings. The windows of each house stare out from pools of blackness.
Okay.
And the closest building you see appears to be a church.
Well, I don't have much interest in church right now. What I could really use is a stiff drink and some bandages, probably,
Which one's the church?
and a bed.
Yeah, you are very much not looking well.
Would you consider the walk over to be a minor rest, or
Well,
No.
we didn't rest,
Okay.
so
that's fair? Short rest, that's what it's called.
Alright.
Oh, I
Hopefully we
actually
can
do still have a
find,
pool of lay on hands. I can use my pool of lay on hands to heal myself a little.
Hopefully we can
Alright.
find a tavern and get a drink there.
Yeah, let me put y'all on the map. You do see a building looking to be larger than the others. You do see a tavern towards the center of town, you think.
Tallest building in town. Probably worth a
I mean,
look.
not including the church. Yeah.
Not including the church, but tallest building in like the center of town.
Yeah, absolutely.
let's go.
So as you approach the tavern, you see a sign above the doorway. It's sort of skewed. It says "Blood of the Vine"
Is the name of the
is
tavern?
the name of the place. However, the word "of," the letter N or the letter F has been scratched out, and someone has sort of written over it so that it says "Blood on the Vine."
What a weird name for a tavern.
I'm no poet, but I thought it was fruit of the vine.
Well, fruit of the vine would be grapes, right? Then stands to reason that and it is a bit macabre, I agree, but the blood of the vine would probably be like wine or something. Also, as we've been walking through town, has there been like anyone besides us?
Not really, no. Roll perception.
What time is it?
actually. It is night.
I mean, that makes sense, I guess.
Yeah. You do see Trina and Marcus, you see several of the houses appear to have like boarded up windows. Camus, you actually see someone in through a window. Appears to be like a commoner in a house. She sees your group walking down the road, walking down the path, and she just quickly shuts the window. Too quick for the others to see, but you catch her.
I'm not sure we're welcome here.
The tavern itself appears to be. It looks like it once was a nice place, but now looks shoddy and kind of run down.
This place looks
Judging
like
from the
shit.
exterior.
Certainly
Well,
seems
we
like
haven't
it has
much choice,
seen
have we?
better days.
Do you head inside?
Yes, after lingering outside the front and pondering the sign for a bit, I think we'll head inside.
All right. There's not an interior map of this place. But there are people inside. The light of the fire inside, while the warmth that it gives is fairly scant, the contrast with outside makes it almost seem like a warm place. If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
If there is an open seat by the fire, Katrina is just going to walk over there and just slump down in it, try and relax.
Inside, there are several people.
Maximum zoom.
Yeah, maximum zoom indeed.
I zoomed out, but then it glitched and then zoomed back out with me. So I went to the tiniest size.
The tiniest tavern.
There we go. Now I'm.
You see
zoomed
a
in all the way
pudgy little man, standing at the bar, cleaning glasses.
This guy?
No.
Oh.
Then there are two tables. One has 3 women sitting at it. They seem to pay you no mind as you walk in.
Who, these people?
Yeah.
Okay.
The other table has one guy sitting and drinking. And he looks at you all. He looks at the door as you open it and step in, right? It's kind of like this.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the Wild West Saloon where you go through the door and everyone looks except no one gives a shit and no one's looking except this one guy. And that is him.
Gotta get that spaghetti western. Do 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 do.
Yeah.
Wow wow wow.
He sort of catches your eyes as you come in, and with a gesture invites you to, come in. I've not seen you a lot around before.
Recent arrivals.
Come. You must be thirsty.
Yes, absolutely.
Arik, get this lot around. And the bartender just gives a dull nod and then pours several glasses of wine and brings it over.
Fancy.
It's not like fancy wine glasses or anything.
It's still fancier than...
Come, sit. We don't get a lot of travelers here.
And where is here exactly?
Barovia.
And where is Barovia?
We gathered as much as the town name by the
Oh, you mean
sign on the way in.
You mean the region is also Barovia.
What?
Welcome to Barovia, Barovia.
That's not confusing at all.
Never heard of a Barovia before.
You don't have cities that share province names? Where you're all from?
I mean, it's certainly not common.
Capitals, perhaps. Nothing like this. No offense.
None taken.
I've heard of neither your town nor your province.
From what I understand, this town used to be the capital. If you can't consider it anymore. The town of Villaki, within the past few hundred years, has outgrown us for sure, but capitals?
That
Shrugs.
name's on the nose.
And speaking of Villaki, I may actually have a job for you, if you lot are interested. You do seem to be a rather capable sort. Looks at your armor and weapons. But first, sit. Come.
I have, at this point, long since dismissed my mage armor because
Yeah.
I'm a normal person who doesn't, like, wear armor all the damn time.
Yeah. He sort of makes room for y'all. Eh.
Man's right, work can wait. You can ask me
Yeah.
again in the morning.
And sitting down with him, having a drink, relaxing, this is a short rest.
What do you get from a short rest?
You can spend hit dice.
Yeah.
Things that recover on short rests recover, usually class features.
Yeah.
So hit dice and basically nothing else unless you're a warlock.
Some classes have some things.
Yeah,
I
warlocks
can recover
are very
spell
much-
slots.
Warlocks are very much short rest people, but it is not exclusively them.
Well, I know wizards have a thing where they can get a little bit back once a day on their short
In
rest.
recovery,
Yeah.
I might as well. Yeah.
When you use half level in 5th edition, do you round up or down?
I think you
generally it's rounded down,
Yeah.
Okay,
unless
then
specified otherwise.
I shall recover one of my first level spell slots off of my Circle of the Land stuff. And then I will spend an amount of hit dice.
Yeah,
To
we're
heal.
probably gonna long rest soon anyway, but might as well.
Yeah.
So where are you from?
Cool, I
We
exactly fully heal.
we don't get many people from the outside.
Nice.
Outside?
I'm sorry, what?
Tell me
Yes,
about
what-
where you're all from.
what- Outside what?
Outside the land. We are, I guess you could say we are trapped here.
Say what now?
Once you enter Barovia, you cannot leave.
Just gonna look around at the strange people I just met with a look of confusion and concern.
What do you mean?
Oh, yes, I suppose that does include you now. Sorry. He, sort of offers a sympathetic shrug.
I will ask again what he means.
There is a curse upon this land. Anyone who attempts to leave is prevented by the fog.
That same fog, I assume, that caused us all to lose our way from disparate
Places.
and
Yes,
stumble together.
Yes, many people, many strangers have come to Barovia through the fog over the years, but they have a tendency to well, die or disappear.
I'm gonna need another drink.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need to start drinking.
He will order you another round.
You said you don't get many outsiders here, though.
Yes, that's why I want to know what it's like where you're from. There was a man that came by many years ago. My father told me about him. He said he came from a place near something he called an ocean. Sounded incredible. Have you ever heard of this ocean?
I can't say I have.
Heard of,
from-
not a fan.
I don't really tend to travel much, so I can't
I
exactly
know
tell you
what
the.
an ocean is.
You don't
It's
even-
like a really big lake that separates lands.
Yeah, most of you, know what oceans are. You're like, oh yeah, even if you've never
It's
been
salty and gross and full of shit that could kill you.
there. Huh. Well, I think it
Well.
still sounds rather grand.
I haven't exactly
The
traveled
closest
much.
thing we have is, that puddle over there. Which,
That's a
to be
relief.
fair, is also gross and can kill you, but... So what wonders do you have?
Well, I guess I can go first if we're all sharing our life stories. But probably the third time I've tried to say this. I haven't really traveled much. I can't really tell you the name of the region I've grown up in, mostly due to the fact that I don't really know it. Haven't really bothered to figure out what it was called, but there was a village pretty close to Fort Crow, overlooking a lake, and the fort itself further up beyond on the far shore. And my mother would take me there for fireworks every couple of years or so. And Katrina will sort of clear off a small space in the center of the table and just with a short flick of her wrist, cast prestidigitation to make these small bursts of light and color appear in the center of the table.
He looks enthralled.
It is quite beautiful, especially when it fills the night sky and the reflection of the lake below.
It sounds very beautiful. I wish I could see it one day, but
Well,
alas.
this is kind of close, she says, continuing to make tiny sparks until eventually she gets bored and leans back in her chair, waiting for someone else to speak up.
I didn't realize we were in the presence of a lady.
Oh,
Yes, she
shut up.
said somewhat sarcastically.
Does anyone else have a story to share?
It's not quite as impressive, but where I just was a horrible swamp infested with undead. But we were saving it. We were going to make it, just a normal swamp. Back to its perhaps gross and smelly beauty of its own. Though my
Well,
homeland...
That's something we have in common.
My actual homeland is a forest that still bears scars of corruption from over a century ago, but it too is recovering and is filling itself with life. Unfortunately, I haven't borne witness to many grand displays, so I'm afraid I cannot entertain you with such tales.
He doesn't seem particularly bothered. Oh, I'm sorry. Terribly rude of me. Most people know who I am, but I haven't introduced myself. My name is Ismark. They call me Ismark the Lesser.
What are you
On
lesser
account
than?
That's my father. He is the burgomaster of this place. Kolyan Indierovich.
I see.
Upon none of you being like, "Oh, him," you're like, "Oh yeah, I don't know why I expected you to know that name."
Yeah.
He's a difficult man to live under. People have big expectations.
Well, it is a pleasure to meet you, Ismark. I'm Katrina.
He shakes your hand.
Gesh, and I'll shake his hand.
He will accept the handshake. Do the other two of you also give your names and hands?
Yes.
I suppose
Amos.
so.
Alright. Well, pleasure to meet all of you.
I say, Marcus, take a drink, then shake his hand.
Well, as I mentioned earlier, I have something that you may be able to help me with. You see, it is my sister, Irina. There is a devil in these lands. A devil named, and then he sort of glances around, glances at the other people in the tavern, you know, suspiciously, nervously. And then he sort of leans in close to you and says, "There's a devil named Strahd."
A devil, you say?
Yes.
Never hunted a demon before, but I'll try anything once.
No, I would not ask you to throw your lives away. So in vain. So no. Our problem is, as I said, my sister. Is this devil has taken an interest in her as of late. He has come to our house and I do not want my sister here anymore. It is not safe here. I have heard that the town of Vallaki is safe. They have some defense. I don't know that much about it, but...
So you're hiring us to escort your sister, was it?
Yes.
We'll do it.
Well, that's half the task. You see, my father disagrees.
In what way?
Well, he doesn't want her to leave. I think the old man's being selfish. He doesn't want to let her go, but it's just not safe here.
What does she want to do?
Well, I was hoping you could convince the both of them.
I mean, I just met these three earlier today. I can't guarantee anything, but we'll see what we can do.
Alright, thank you.
They're not
May
gonna
I-
listen to their own family. What will four random strangers do?
Yeah, if she doesn't want to leave, I don't see what we can do about that.
Yes, but hopefully we can change her mind. We're not going to do anything that... We're not going to force her to do anything against her will. That I agree with.
It's more my father, I think. She, Irina has a good heart. She doesn't want to upset him. If you could convince my father, I think she would accept. She can be a bit brash at times, but I think she will see a reason. But right now she's just thinking with her heart.
Again, I will
My
ask.
father, on the other hand, well, I haven't spoken with him in 2 days, so we had a bad fight about this.
Again, what do you think we could possibly do that you have not been able to do yourself?
Well, I'm hoping if you can convince him that you can make the journey safe.
I see.
Assuming that fails, and assuming she still wants to leave, there is always just the possibility of a girl running away from home in the middle of the night.
Make a make me some kind of,
Speaking from experience.
yeah. If you want to roll deception, give me a good poker face roll.
Fuck it, sure, deception, here we go.
Yeah, he looks at you and he's like, huh. He looks like he wants to say something, but then decides not to pry. And he says, well, I'm not sure she would do that to our father. But if you can convince her, if you can't convince him, and you can convince her, I mean, whatever keeps her safe. All I know is she's not safe here.
What can you tell us about this devil?
Yeah, what makes your father think the journey will be so dangerous?
Well,
Slash, what makes it so dangerous here?
well, you must be new to Barovia. The land is not
Just
safe,
say we were
especially
new
at night.
arrivals.
Yeah, we noticed when we got jumped by a bunch of wolves.
Very few people go out at night. To be honest, it's really not safe in the village either, but out in the forest.
And why are you and all of these people out in the middle of the night? I assume you don't live here.
Well, as I said, I haven't been speaking with my father for 2 days.
Right.
What exactly makes this place so dangerous?
The woods. The Svalak woods. Wolves, direwolves, werewolves even, prowl at night. Add to that the zombies further out. It's not safe to travel out at night. That end. Again, he sort of glances and says,
I know how to kill most.
The devil has eyes everywhere. He has forces at his disposal.
This town you want us to go to, how far is it?
Velaki? It's he's gonna pull out a map to show you the actual.
What a blur.
It's like,
I'm zoomed
Yeah,
in
let
to
it-
50% too, so it's
yeah,
like
let
a
it- let it
zoom
load
in on a blur.
Yeah, now you're gonna have to zoom out. But,
Yeah.
So you are
Whoa, that could
Here.
have been bad. Thank you. Is this the building we're in?
yes.
And that looks like the church graveyard. Okay.
Yeah.
Zooming out.
Velaki.
Is this like where we came from? Or like,
Is where?
like off
Seems
to
like
the right?
over here is where we came from, yeah.
Yeah, roughly.
Okay.
Velaki is over here. It's an old city, out by Lake Zarovich, over here.
Are these triangle lines supposed to be like elevation markers?
I assume
Which,
so.
yeah,
So, like, the direction the arrows are pointing appear to be downward slopes, given what I assume are mountains to the north and
Yeah.
south.
yeah. He shows you the road, Old Svalich Road.
Like this?
Yeah, exactly. And to answer, I guess to answer your question as to how far it is, um,
About 15 miles, I'd assume.
yeah, I had to scroll. I have to pan my my map to get the thing over there. Yeah, I got 15
Hey!
miles exactly.
Hey! Right on the money.
Yeah. So yeah, it's about 15 miles down the road.
If we march fast, we wouldn't even have to be out at night.
Maybe. I'd stick to the road though if I were you. The best shortcut I could think of is straight through the woods and mountains. That's not really passable, but that's not the worst of it.
Is he like actually showing us a physical map right now?
Yeah, he's showing you a physical
Okay.
map. Yeah, he's like, yeah, I mean, if you wanted to try and shortcut your way through the woods, I'd advise against it. Even if you could deal with the mountains, that would take you right through Castle Ravenloft.
I'm guessing we don't want to go through Castle Ravenloft.
No, no, you don't. And that is the last place where I want my sister to be.
I suppose that's where this Strahd lives.
Indeed. He is, the lord of this place. Some think that he has been the lord of this land for hundreds of years. I'm not entirely sure myself. Officially, he is Count Strahd von Zarovich the 17th. Is the ruler of Barovia. Some people think one Strahd von Zarovich the 1st through the 16th were all the same man as well. But he shrugs.
And you're asking us to get on this man's bad side.
He he gives an awkward, charming smile.
Well, we certainly aren't doing it out of the goodness of our hearts. This wine is a good start, but
It's what must be done.
I mean, we can pay you. Not much. Being, our family being, our father being the burgomaster of Barovia does not go that far, but but we can pay you. Even if my father cuts me off after this, I will think of something. If you do this for my family, I will not forget it.
Any of you who have been paying attention would notice that about midway through this conversation, Katrina has gotten rather quiet and is just sort of like staring blankly into the fire at the edge of the room.
I'd prefer something a little more concrete. But I suppose it'll have to do.
Before you have my allegiance, I do have a question to ask. I'm sure.
Certainly, I will gladly answer any questions you have.
I'm sure all of us had our own goals and aspirations before being unceremoniously trapped here. My companion Gesh and I were hot in pursuit of a foe we had been tracking for quite some time. Tell me, what do you think are the chances that our foe, who was probably not more than 100 feet ahead of us when we went through the fog, what are the chances that she's here too?
I know that the mists of Barovia are very mysterious. As I said, we don't get outsiders here very often. But when we do, we get many of them. They come in, I suppose you could say, waves.
Thought you'd never seen an ocean before.
As well, the ocean was described to my father. The
You can make waves in a
the
lake
man,
too, you know.
yeah, not very big ones in Lake Zarovich, but we have them.
Well, in that case, I would
would
say
bet that if she is not near the village right now, I would still bet that she is in this land somewhere.
in that case, since she had the artifact with her, both she and the artifact are no longer in the swamp, and our remaining companions should be able to cleanse the place. So I don't need to rush in order to find a way to escape wherever the hell we've ended up. I'll help you out.
Thank you. Well, unless you had any further questions. He puts the map away. Actually, he gives you the map.
Yeah, I was
It's like,
gonna
actually,
ask.
you take this. I don't need it. It does have Valaki, the town,
Mark,
as well as your current location. Yeah, they're marked.
I will take the map.
Well, as long as you're sure you won't
Yes.
lose it. You know,
Was that a
on account of
fired
being drunk.
shot? That was a fired shot.
Says the one with the hole in their bag.
What? Crap.
Yeah, so you check your inventory. You're not missing much. You are missing that locket. That's the main thing.
Fuck
Everything
me.
else is everything that's on your character sheet is still there.
Yeah.
I've added one map of Barovia to my inventory.
You can add anything else that like you want to have had but are missing, but you have everything that is on your sheet still.
Yeah.
Right, like maybe you're missing some like empty health potion vials or something.
Yeah. Some food, maybe.
Yeah, some food.
Some. I don't know. Dragon chest or whatever.
Yeah.
Pieces.
If we're going to be walking long distances, pardon me, Ismark, yes?
Yeah.
Is there a place to buy sort of general goods, like clothes or the like?
Yes. Though you are outsiders.
I'm just thinking that if we're going to be walking long distances, I'd rather not do it in heels. The dress is
Yeah,
already
you'll
kind of
want some
ruined.
shoes. You want some good boots. You will want to go to. I'm sorry, I'm looking through the thing. You'll want to go to Bildrath's.
To where?
Bildrath's.
Oh.
It's a shop on the east end of town.
It sounded like you
Generous
said
or-
builder ass.
No.
And I was like, what?
Bildrath's mercantile. Although he doesn't really like outsiders.
Duly noted.
Well,
He's
We
also
can-
closed at this hour, but
I was about to say, we can do that in the morning.
yeah.
Yes. It's at least good to know where they are, though.
This tavern has rooms for rent, yes?
They do.
Good.
Although Ismark seems a little. He has this look like, yeah, I can cover your drinks, but I can't cover your rent.
Oh, we wouldn't ask you to.
No, your pay for this job will more than cover our rent, I'm sure. Or I'll make sure of it.
I'm trying to get a price. Is there really not a price on rooms?
Wow.
Let me just really quickly pull out the PHP. On a scale of wretched to aristocratic, how upscale would you say this place is?
Let's say 5 silver pieces a room,
Okay.
which
Um,
from the state of this place seems like a really high price, like they're overcharging you.
Uh, that's- 1 gold is 10 silver, yeah?
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
I am pulling out a gold as well.
How many beds per room?
Well, how many rooms do you want to get?
Well, the lady needs her own room, I'd assume.
Preferably, but
Yeah. The other
if
3 of
need
you
be, I'm willing to
could
share.
share a room.
Well, Camus and I have been traveling together long enough.
Yeah.
So there's enough beds for 3 people in 1 room?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if the other 2 are not opposed, then that would be easiest. I can even cover the full cost of the room.
If you're offering, I won't argue.
Me
I will just
neither.
Seems a fair trade.
quietly stand up and
And I'm
head
assuming
to
you'll pay
the-
for your own room.
yes, I'm heading to the bartender, putting the full gold coin on the counter, and could I get the best room you currently have on offer? And I think those 3 over there are going to want another.
He doesn't look at you. He just finishes polishing the current glass that he's polishing, sets it down, and puts 2 keys on the counter, and then just picks the glass back up and starts polishing it again.
Right, so which one of these is my room and which one is theirs?
He grunts.
Figure it out.
And then Ismark is like, yeah, just try all the locks.
Katrina's just gonna like grunt, roll her head back, just like and walk to wherever the rooms are to go try the keys.
Sorry about Arik. He doesn't talk much.
They didn't label the keys.
You look at the roll perception.
I mean, I'm the one with the keys, and I'm walking off toward the rooms.
Do you want 5 silver? I was gonna pay for our room.
If
but
you're willing to pay for it,
I will make the
meant
transaction.
for 1 gold to just cover my entire room, but that's.
But I mean, he paid for. We got 2 keys for the 1 gold.
Yes,
so...
I realize that.
We will make a transaction.
Yeah.
Whoops.
I will gladly take your 5 silver.
I did that wrong. I subtracted 5 gold. It should be 89. Okay, there we go.
You do see a label on it, but it's pretty smudged.
And now I have 6.
You also see labels on the doors. They're also mostly smudged.
Gonna like squint and try to match the smudged labels on the doors to the keys.
Yeah, strangely enough, it's like the same exact smudge, so...
Freak into one room.
Yeah, it's less about reading and more just, some abstract pattern matching puzzle.
Creak into one room and notice 3 beds. Close the door, hand the key to one of the others. Go to the other room.
You notice that you asked for the nicest room. There's no difference in the rooms.
Can't be helped.
For your standards, Katrina, this place is awful.
I'm going to like try and with my 12 strength shove one of the beds next to another bed to make it wider.
You do that.
I've slept in worse places than this.
You think you did a pretty good job. It's not that hard to move. And you go to lie down, and it did not work. There is a gap between the mattresses.
I hate this. I hate this so much.
If I was in there, I'd be laughing at you so hard right now.
The mattress is also just really hard and ratty.
I've slept on a pile of dirt. This is nothing.
Yeah.
Marcus,
I'm probably not going to sleep tonight.
Yeah, we've been camping in a swamp for the past
It's marginally more
month,
comfortable than my bedroll, so I'll call it a win.
Speaking of that, Camus is probably going to ignore the bed and just pull out his bedroll and use that instead. Because he's more used to that.
Meanwhile, Katrina's probably trying to stack all the mattresses on top of each other.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab the 3rd mattress and put it in the middle.
It's still
now
really
there's no
awkward.
gap, but it's a fucking mountain, and I hate it. Also,
I
is
feel
that
like you're gonna
straw?
roll off of it.
Are these mattresses filled with fucking straw?
Yes.
Oh, I hate this place.
Your back digs into some of the straw is like a little uneven, and there's just a piece of straw poking through the like the surface of the mattress. Like it's not piercing it, but you can definitely feel it just like poking your skin a little bit, and it's itchy.
I'm going to get up, just sort of sit against the wall, like next to, but not quite under the window, if there is a window.
There
Just
is a
try to
window.
fall asleep like that.
All right.
Fuck this mattress.
So yeah, the night passes.
Long rest.
Long rest, yes.
Rejoice. For we have spell slots and hit dice restored.
And soon you are all woken by someone comes and bangs on all the doors.
Ugh.
Boy, I'm coming.
Yeah, so the room that isn't Katrina's is first. And you'll hear this just this quick knock / bang, like a really loud knock. And then footsteps just go on to the next room, and then you hear another similar knock on the room next door, which is what wakes Katrina. And then it just continues.
Do
So
So that
inns
means it's
usually
time to
do
leave.
this?
I open the door.
You see the innkeeper from last night, the bartender. He's just doing wake up rounds. It's still pretty dark out.
I'm going to eventually make my way to the door and just glare into the hallway.
Yeah. Your first thought is that it actually isn't even morning yet, but upon close inspection of the sky through the window, it is a bit lighter. A bit.
Ugh.
I am going to update some of my prepared spells.
I will go downstairs. I guess.
Trina will kind of meet you downstairs, and
Ismark, you see, it's actually just the same scene. Yeah, Ismark's in the same table. The three women are still in the same
They
seats.
ever
Have they
leave?
even moved?
Did you sleep at the table? I
No,
asked.
I turned in. But
If you say so.
I was hungry for breakfast, so I got up early.
Speaking of breakfast. What's for
Yes.
breakfast?
How do you feel about potatoes?
Katrina's just gonna like raise an eyebrow skeptically. Like, are you kidding? Is that it?
Look.
It's fine. I'll have to get used to it.
We have two things. We have potatoes and we have wolf meat.
I'll take the
And
potatoes.
wine.
remember that mist we talked about?
Hard to forget.
Yeah, it never goes away. Just points out the window. See the mist outside. It's always misty.
Is this as light as it gets?
Yeah, it's actually a pretty unusually bright morning. It's a nice day out,
I
actually.
can see now why you're so keen to hear about other lands.
Yes. Is it true that you can actually see the sun?
Usually, yes.
That must be incredible. To be able to just stare at the sun.
Well,
For
I wouldn't
hours.
do that.
Katrina's just
Why
going to
not?
like break down laughing and just be like,
It hurts
I
your eyes.
cannot believe this is happening.
He's like, why would it hurt my eyes?
I don't know, ask a wizard.
Wizard did it. A wizard made the sun.
You get the sense that this man has never in his life seen a bright enough light that is bright enough to hurt his eyes.
Once
you
I
don't know
learn
if that's
Sunbeam,
funny.
I'll teach you.
You don't know if it's funny or sad. Or both.
I don't care.
Right, I'm gonna go find this general store we mentioned last night.
Right. The store?
Is breakfast included with the room?
Nope.
How much is breakfast?
He's like, look, I'll handle your breakfast. Just the store to the east. Bildrath's Mercantile, can't miss it. The Burgomaster's Mansion is southmost part of town. Again, you can't miss it. It's the big house. It's the big house at south.
Got it.
So, this one is the church?
I think this is a graveyard, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely looked like a church heading in. Well, you all can have breakfast if you want. I'm gonna...
If the lady is sure she
Excuse
doesn't
me.
need someone to carry her
This
bags.
is not.
Just gonna glare at you, pick up my
Okay,
own
sorry.
bag, and leave.
The merchant is not to the east. He's actually like across the street.
Yeah. Just gonna glare at
That
you,
building
pick up
right
my
there,
bags, and walk towards the exit of the tavern and say, once you're done with breakfast, you know where to find me.
I will caution you to not complain when we don't stop to eat.
Doesn't seem like Katrina pays you any mind.
Oh, I made her mad.
Speaking of which, we should have carved up some of those wolves. It's not exactly the greatest meat to eat, but it's something.
Eh. I've got 10 days worth of rations on me.
I'd
More than
probably
enough.
do too.
So you enter the store. There's drawn heavy curtains. With a little bit of light coming through. And true to Ismark's word, there's a sign over the door creaking on its hinges. It reads, Bildrath's Mercantile.
Yes. Do you have any clothes, like traveling clothes, and boots? And makeup, if you have it. I forgot to grab some when I left. Doesn't seem like we do though.
Makeup?
It's powder that you put on your face to make yourself look prettier, among other things.
Good.
You know what? Never mind. I'll just look for clothes. I'm going to look around and see what the fuck they have.
Traveler's clothes. Oh boy. He's like, yeah, I have some clothes.
It
It's,
is. I'm
some
gonna
nice-
like look
nice
through
clothes
everything
that
they
you're
have.
wearing.
I'm looking for something I don't mind getting dirty.
Well, I have a set for you here. 20 gold.
20 gold?
He shrugs, very nonplussed.
This dress cost 20 gold.
So you can afford it then.
Just going to like grumble.
You cough up the 20 gold.
I'm gonna put 15 on the counter.
Make a roll of some kind.
Persuasion? Seems
Yeah,
like a persuasion.
Yeah. 20 persuasion.
Ow, my back.
He's like. Actually, he doesn't say anything. He just takes the 15 gold and gives you the clothes.
I'm going to scoff and walk out with my new clothes.
He does not do the merchant hospitality business. Either as you enter or as you leave. He just takes the money and that's it.
You'll see Katrina walk past you back up to the rooms.
Ismark's just like, I see she's met Bildrath.
She doesn't seem too happy about it.
Must be a pleasant guy.
Yeah, you could say that. Does anyone else want to buy anything?
Not from him.
Yeah, I'm not here.
Pretty good on supplies, to be honest.
So he just Ismark just shrugs like that's just prices in Barovia.
Like 30 minutes later, Katrina's gonna walk downstairs again in her new outfit. Those of you who noticed that she was wearing makeup, all of it has been sort of wiped off of her face, and she looks not as elegant as she did yesterday, but doesn't seem like there's much she can do about it. And she's just gonna like look over the clothes that she's wearing and just, I look ridiculous in this, don't I?
Ah, you look fine to me.
You blend in better.
You've even got the local scowl down.
I glare at him with the local scowl.
I've had the local scowl since showing up here.
Yeah, if I didn't know better, I'd say you were born here. You'll fit right in. Oh, do you head down to the Burgomaster's mansion then?
Presumably.
Yeah, we should.
All right.
What is a burgomaster?
Master of
Burgomaster.
burgers.
It is the master of the burg.
Well,
Ah,
in
yeah, it's
German,
kinda-
a
it's kinda-
Bürger is a word for citizen.
Yeah.
Someone who lives in. Well, more generally, the word means citizen, but technically, the etymology of it is someone who lives in a burg, a city.
Yeah. It's kind of like a mayor.
ah.
It's sort of nobility, but not really.
Like a mayor.
Yeah. Actually, roll history.
Or just second in
Anyone
command to
can
the
roll.
Burger King.
All right, we're going to visit Burger King.
That was a terrible joke. I'm sorry.
Do not apologize
Yeah,
for
Gesh
Burger
has
King.
not actually heard the word Burgomaster before.
Well, I assume it's like the dude what is in charge of
Yeah.
stuff.
The dude what be in charge of stuff and things.
Yeah, I said it like I should know what it means, so.
So yeah, you head down, and immediately you see
I got a scroll.